What if the NHL held a World Cup of Hockey tournament in the year 2024? Now, obviously, they did this way back in 2016, and it was an absolute success. They have been talking about it. There's rumors going around that they might end up doing it soon, but I think their plan is only 4 or 5 teams in the tournament, which would be honestly really weird. Obviously, Russia's not going to be in it because of the stuff that's going on with them, and I don't think it would be nearly as successful as it was back in 2016. We also had Team North America, which was the most exciting team probably ever. They wouldn't be nearly as good, but what I'm going to be doing here in today's video is we got a 5-year simulation with all international teams in the NHL. Basically, the NHL, but World Cup of Hockey season simulation type thing. But we have every single international team that's in NHL 24, and I've also put in Team Russia, because despite the fact what their country is doing, they do have a lot of good hockey players, but for their punishment, they're going to be called the Russian Pasta. And of course, they have guys like Kucherov, Breadman, Kaprizov, Ovi still there, Evgeny Malkin, Sergachev, Buchnevich, but here in goal, they have the best goalie tandem out of any international team. Russia produces great goalies in Andrei Vasilevsky and Igor Shesterkin. So here is a look at the entire league. Now, obviously, I think there's only like 22 or 23 international teams in NHL 24, so the rest are just European teams that are not very good, just needed to fill out the entire league. So obviously, we have Canada, Sweden, Denmark, Austria, Russia is there, Czechia, Germany, Finland, France, Italy, Norway, Poland, and of course, Switzerland. So we have 32 teams in the NHL right now. I believe like 22 of them are international teams. And we are going to go ahead and see who takes the Stanley Cup home year after year. So before we go ahead and do that, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on notifications so you don't miss a single live stream or video that I put out. So at the end of season number 1, Team USA is going to go on and be the best team in the entire league as they went 78-3-1. They were better than Team Canada. Sweden came in second place with 74 wins. Canada was in third with 72. And look at these point totals, man. 157, 149, 148. Russia came in fourth place with 143. Finland was up there. Czechia, Germany, Switzerland, Denmark, Slovakia. I do believe 16 teams will make the playoffs. Now, at the bottom of the league, we have Team Poland. Japan was back. Kazakhstan, Hungary, Ukraine, Korea, Italy. Connor McDavid is going to go ahead and lead the entire league in goal scoring with 84 goals and 170 points, followed by Matthews, 143. Rantanen had 131. Jack Hughes was up there, 127. Pettersson, 123. Jason Robertson was up there. Malkin had a very good season. Pasta. Now, on the goals side, McDavid obviously is going to lead, followed by Matthews with 71. Pasta had 66. Rantanen, 59. Draisaitl's up there with 57, who is the captain and the best player on Germany. Pettersson had 54. Robo was up there. Also, these point totals are probably going to be way bigger than they are in the NHL, because the teams, the bottom feeder teams, are a lot worse than they are in the NHL. It is a really top-heavy league. Quinn Hughes is going to lead all defensemen in points with 99, followed by Heiskanen's 97. Owen Yossi had 96. Carlson was up there with 88. Adam Fox had 80. Now for goalies, Linus Ullmark is going to lead with 66 wins as he went 66-6-1. 21 shutouts. Also leading the entire league, UC Saros had 13. Ottinger had 12. Carter Hart had 10. All those trash teams at the bottom of the league literally are just getting shut out every single game. All right, here we go. This is our playoff matchups in year number 1. So let's see who advances to the Stanley Cup Finals. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, we have Team USA up against Team Russia Pasta, as the United States defeated Canada in 5 games in the conference finals. That is wild. That was not even competitive. But regardless, we have 2 absolute powerhouses here in the international hockey. So let's see who goes on and wins the Stanley Cup. And Team USA is going to get the job done here in year number 1 as they defeat the Russian Pastas in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals to go on and win the Stanley Cup, as they pretty much cruise through the entire playoff run. I mean, this series was not really that close either, despite the fact it did go to 6 games. USA was by far the better team in the playoffs, and they have proven it, as they are going to win the Stanley Cup here in season number 1. Quinn Hughes is going to go on and win the Conn Smythe. Only 4 goals, but 22 points in the postseason. It was probably very spread out throughout the entire Team USA. I mean, this team is absolutely loaded, as pretty much every other international team is. But here is a Stanley Cup being raised in Russia, maybe. Hopefully not, though, because of all the awful stuff that's going on there. I definitely do not condemn that or condone it. Condemn, what am I even saying? As Captain America, Joe Pavelski is going to come and lift the Stanley Cup for Team USA, as they have gone all the way here in season number 1. Now, for the entire playoff run, Nikita Kucherov is going to lead. He's going to have 12 goals and 32 points. Followed by Matthews, who had 24, also 13 goals. Malkin had 24, Breadman 24, Jason Robertson 24. I don't know how Quinn Hughes ended up winning that Conn Smythe. I don't really think he deserved it, honestly. For the goalies here, Jake Ottinger was absolutely insane. I believe he's going to lead in shutouts with 5. He went 16, 4, and 2, a 928 save percentage, and a 209 GAA. Connor McDavid is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Maurice Richard, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. The Norris to Quinn Hughes. The Conn Smythe, of course, also to Quinn Hughes. Vezina will go to Linus Ullmark, and the Selke is going to go to McDavid. Now, at the end of the second season, the Russian Pastas are going to go on and be the best team in the entire league. They went 76, 5, and 1, 153 points. Followed by Team USA, who won 73 games. Canada had 71. Sweden was up there. Finland was pretty good. Czechia was top 6. Switzerland, Germany, and Slovakia were all up there as well. At the bottom, we have Team Japan, who only won 9 games on the season. Poland was bad. Korea, France, Hungary, Ukraine, Great Britain, Kazakhstan, Italy. Connor McDavid yet again is going to lead the entire NHL in scoring with 171 points, followed by Pasternak's 153. Alexander Ovechkin was up there, 141. Marty Necas had a big season. Rantanen's up there. Draisaitl. Forsberg was very good. Kucherov now on the goal side. Alexander Ovechkin is going to lead with 85 goals, followed by Pasta's 81. God damn, Ovi was over a goal per game. That's insane. McDavid had 74. Rantanen 71. Draisaitl was up there, of course. Pettersson had 57. Forsberg, Patrick, Fortnite, Laine had 50 goals on the season. Now for defenseman, Erik Karlsson is going to lead, 102 points, followed by Heiskanen's 94. Yossi had 93. Makar 87. Dahlin was up there with 82. Adam Fox had 77. Linus Ullmark and UC Saros are going to tie for the most wins by a goalie with 58. Genoa was up there as well. Leonardo. I mean, this guy's not even an NHL goalie. He did play for Team Swiss, though. Now for shutouts, Ullmark yet again is going to lead, this time with 17 on the season, followed by Saros is 14. Ottinger had 14. Vasi had 11, Yaroslav Halak had 11, and Tristan Jarry 9. And here we go yet again in the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is our matchups for year number 2, so let's see who goes on. It advances to the finals. And in the Stanley Cup finals, we yet again have Team USA, but this time they're up against Team Sweden, as somehow USA swept Canada in the conference finals. Sweden sneaked out a Game 7 victory over Finland, and now it's time to see who's going to take home that Stanley Cup at the end of season number 2. And Team USA is going to go back-to-back, winning another Stanley Cup, as they are going to beat Team Sweden in 6 games in the finals. Again, it was not close. They had a 3-1 series lead. Somehow Team USA is dominating so much right now. They literally seem unbeatable. I mean, they swept Canada this season, and last year they beat them in 5 games in the conference finals. It kind of sucks that we won't get a USA-Canada Stanley Cup finals matchup, because I did put them in the same conference. I probably should have did it opposite, as Austin Matthews is going to take home that Conn Smythe, 14 goals and 27 points for the stash man. Honestly, what I did was I just put the best teams in each division. Like, I went through Canada one division, then USA, I went Sweden, Russia, and then I just filled it out, progressively getting worse and worse teams in each division. So it was kind of balanced. I try to do that at least. As yet again, Captain America Joe Pavelski coming to lift the Stanley Cup for the 2nd straight season, as Team USA is still dominating. Now, for the playoffs, Austin Matthews will lead in goals with 14 and points with 27. McDavid, Your Mom's a Hoe, Robertson, Hughes, Eichel, Rantanen all had 24 points. Patrick Kane was up there, 22. Clayton Keller, 21. McDavid is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. The Maurice Richard is going to go to Ovi. The Norris to Erik Karlsson. The Conn Smythe, of course, to Austin Matthews. Vezina will go to UC Saros, and the Selke back to McDavid for a 2nd straight season. As hopefully we see some other teams actually go on and win the Stanley Cup, not Team USA 5 years in a row. I definitely did not think they would be this dominant, but hey, they do have a good roster, so I can't really complain about that. So now at the end of season number 3, the defending champs in Team USA are going to go 79-1-2. Only 1 regulation loss the entire season, 160 points. Followed by Team Sweden, who had 75 wins. Canada had 73. Russian Pastas had 70. Finland 66. Now at the bottom, we have Team Italy. Korea was down there. Ukraine, Poland, and Japan. For a 3rd year in a row, Connor McDavid is going to lead in scoring with 158 points, followed by Kucherov, who was not far behind with 152. Jason Robertson had 147, Breadman 145, Matthews 142, Jack Hughes was up there, Malkin had 137. On the goal side, David Pastrnak is going to lead with 76 goals, followed by Matthews, who had 75, Kucherov had 71, Ovi 69, Robertson 66, Rantanen was up there, McDavid as well, Forsberg. For defensemen here, Roman Josi is going to tie with Cale Makar for the most points at 107. He also had 25 goals, followed by Erik Karlsson, who had 101. Adam Fox only had 84. Quinn Hughes only 83. For goalies, Linus Ullmark is going to lead in wins with 64. Ottinger had 58. Vasi 58. Saros 56. And now for the shutouts, Jake Ottinger is going to lead with 17 on the season, followed by Carter Hart's 15. Ullmark had 15 and Vasi 14. And here we are in the playoffs yet again. These are our matchups. Hopefully we do not have Team USA winning it for a third season in a row. I want to see a new team win it, honestly. So let's see who goes on and advances to the Stanley Cup Finals. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, we have Team Canada up against Team Sweden as the Canadians finally beat Team USA in the conference finals in Game 7. They clutched up a 5-0 victory as Sweden beat Russia in Game 7. So let's see who goes on and wins their very first Stanley Cup of the video here in season number 3. And finally, Team Canada is going to fulfill their destiny as they go on and beat Team Sweden in 5 games in the finals, dominating them and proving why they are the best hockey country in the entire world. Finally dethroned Team USA in the conference finals, and they never looked back as they are going to be taking home that Stanley Cup here at the end of year number 3. And of course, Connor McDavid is going to win the Conn Smythe, 8 goals and 25 points for the captain, the best player in the world currently and maybe the best ever. I mean, definitely not the greatest, but the most talented, that's for sure, as he's leading Team Canada to a Stanley Cup here in year number 3. Their very first of the video. I didn't think it would take 3 years to get here, but here we are, as here comes McDavid finally coming to lift a Stanley Cup for the very first time in the video and the very first time in his career, as Team Canada has done it all here in season number 3. For the playoffs, Braden Point is actually going to lead with 26 points, followed by Elias Pettersson's 25. McDavid obviously had 25 in the Conn Smythe. Nathan MacKinnon had 13 goals and 24 points. Brad Marchand was up there. Jason Robertson. Haven't really seen Sidney Crosby much throughout this entire video. I mean, he's only in 93, but he should be playing like top 6 minutes, but I have not seen him whatsoever. Connor McDavid is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. The Maurice Richard's going to go to Pasta. The Norris to Cale Makar. The Conn Smythe, of course, to McDavid. Linus Ullmark is going to win the Vezina, and the Selke, yet again for 3 years in a row, is going to go to the best player in the entire league, which is Connor McDavid. So at the end of season number 4, not much has changed, as Team USA is still at the top here for the regular season at least, as they would go 77-4-1, 155 points. Team Canada, the defending champs, were second with 74 wins. Sweden was up there, Finland, the Russian Pastas, Czechia, Germany, and Switzerland. At the bottom, we have Japan, Poland, Korea, and Kazakhstan. Connor McDavid is going to lead the entire NHL in goal scoring with 79 goals and points with 161, dominating as per usual. Kucherov was the next closest with 134. Jack Hughes had 132. Ovi was up there at 127. Matthews was pretty good this season. Draisaitl had 122. He's been pretty quiet the entire video. I mean, he is on Team Germany, who doesn't really have that much talent, honestly. Now for goals, other than McDavid, Ovi had the most at 74. Matthews 61. Draisaitl had 60. Robertson at 59. Pastrnak was up there. Patrick Laine was up there as well. For defensemen, Cale Makar is going to lead with 96 points, followed by Quinn Hughes is 95. Erik Karlsson had 94. Roman Josi 94. And Miro Heiskanen 93. Shout out Dougie Hamilton for scoring 41 goals and 91 points. Give that man that goddamn Norris Trophy. I don't care if defensemen have more points than him. He had 41 goals as a D-man. Yet again, Linus Ullmark is going to lead for the wins with 62, followed by UC Saros is 59. Ottinger had 57. Grubauer had 49. Now for the shutout, Saros is going to lead with 17, followed by Ottinger's 15, Ullmark 14, Vasi had 14, and Carter Hart had 12. And here we go for the Stanley Cup playoff matchups in year number 4. This is what it is, so let's see who goes on and advances to the Stanley Cup Finals. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, we yet again have Team Canada, but this time they're up against Team Finland for the first time ever. Finland made the finals. And Canada, of course, is looking to go back-to-back, so let's see who goes on and takes home that Stanley Cup. And just like that, Team Canada has gone back-to-back, winning another Stanley Cup, matching Team USA and basically copying them, as Team USA went 2 for 2 in the first 2 seasons. And then Canada now has gone 2 for 2 in the next 2. And we are only going to have 1 more season left, so it'll be very interesting to see who goes on and wins the Stanley Cup next season. But Team Canada is way too much for Team Finland. They bet them in 5 games. Look at bald Patrick Laine. That is crazy. Connor McDavid again, Conn Smythe winner, 11 goals, 27 points. A much better postseason than he had last season. But yeah, Team Canada is firing on all cylinders. Finally got over that hump, and now they're winning Stanley Cups back-to-back, as they are going to raise it yet again on home ice. As here comes their captain, Connor McDavid, coming to lift the Stanley Cup for the 2nd straight season, as Team Canada has gone back-to-back, winning 2 straight Stanley Cups. So, obviously, Connor McDavid is going to lead for points in the playoffs with 27, followed by Mikko Rantanen's 22. Turner and Aho also at 22. Crosby finally up there, 7 goals and 20 points for the kid. Well, he's not really a kid anymore. He's literally 36 years old. Connor McDavid is going to take home all the major individual awards. The Norris is going to go to Cale Makar. The Conn Smythe also to McDavid. The Vezina to UC Saros. And the Selke as well will go to Connor McDavid for 4 straight seasons. So, at the end of the 5th and final season, yet again, Team USA is the best team in the regular season, as they go 75-6-1, good enough for 151 points, actually tied with Canada, the exact same record. So I don't know how this would work. I mean, I guess whoever won the season series would technically be higher, which I guess is Team USA, because they are number 1 there. Finland had 72 wins, Czechia had 70, Sweden 68, Team Russia Pasta was only down there with 68 wins. They've kind of gone silent the last couple of seasons. At the bottom, we have Poland, Germany, Hungary, Kazakhstan, and Korea. I mean, Team Poland only won 10 games, which is not terrible. I mean, I think there was one season where Japan only won 9 games in the season. Connor McDavid's going to have 175 points, leading the NHL, followed by Pastas, 146. Kucherov had 143. Jack Hughes and Breadman had 130. Ovi was up there. Robertson. Marty Necas has been playing very well in the simulation. Now, on the goal side, Pasta is going to lead with 78, followed by McDavid 73, Draisaitl had 67, Kucherov 67, Ovi was up there, Fortnite had 59, Matthews 57 was up there as well. Cale Makar is going to lead for D-Man, 24 goals, 98 points, followed by Miro Heiskanen's 94, Adam Fox had 89, Roman Josi was up there, Erik Karlsson as well. UC Saros is going to lead for wins for goalies with 60, followed by Ottinger's 57, Vasi at 55, and on the shutout side, I believe it's going to be a tie. It is between UC Saros and Jake Ottinger, each having 17 apiece. Allmark had 16, Genoe had 12, Vasi 12, and Carter Hart 10. And this is it. This is our year number 5 playoff bracket, so let's see who goes on and makes the Stanley Cup Finals. And in the Stanley Cup Finals for the final season, we have Team USA up against Team Russia Pasta, as Team USA did clutch out a Game 7 victory over Canada. The Pastas, they beat Sweden in Game 7 as well, so this could be the deciding factor. Let's see who goes on and wins the Stanley Cup in the final season of the video. And Team USA is going to get it done here in the Stanley Cup Finals in the final season, as they swept Russia. It was not even remotely close. I mean, Team Russia should have got at least a game or 2 off of them, especially with the goalies that they have that could keep them in games, but they literally just crumbled under the pressure, and Team USA is going to go on and win their 3rd Stanley Cup of the video, eclipsing Canada, as they have the 3 and Canada has 2, so I guess that is what it is. For the Conn Smythe, it's going to go to Jack Hughes, 11 goals and 31 points for him. He's going to be he's already a superstar, honestly. He just needs to stay healthy. He's honestly really injury prone. And there it is. The Stanley Cup has only been presented to 2 teams this entire simulation, Team USA and Team Canada, as here comes Captain America for the final time, lifting the Stanley Cup for Team USA in the final season here. Now for the playoffs, Breadman is going to lead in points with 32, followed by Jack Hughes' 31. He was the Conn Smythe winner. Kucherov had 12 goals and 29 points. Malkin was up there. Matthew Tkachuk had a good playoff run. Connor McDavid is going to take home the Selke, the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. The Maurice Richard will go to David Pastrnak. The Norris to Cale Makar. The Conn Smythe, of course, went to Jack Hughes, and the Vezina to UC Saros. And that is going to do it for this video, boys. We basically went ahead and put every single international team into the NHL. NHL. So basically like a World Cup of hockey, not like a tournament, but like if we just replace the international teams with, if we replace the NHL teams with international teams, this is what you got. And you got absolute dominance from Team Canada and Team USA. I also, before I started this for my planning for the video, I literally went ahead and created 6 different international teams. Here are their jerseys. I just want to show them off because I didn't make them for nothing, so I might as well show them in the video. There's Russia, past us. They were actually in the video because there is no Team Russia in NHL 24. We also have Team Sweden, and then of course Team USA, I believe, was the final team I created. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.